Care is often experienced as something that requires effort, something that requires giving, something that requires energy, something that sometimes feels like it asks more than is available. For many people, caring deeply has at times felt indistinguishable from caring too much. There can be a subtle feeling that to care about something means to hold it tightly, to manage it, to monitor it, to ensure it goes well, to prevent it from going wrong, to anticipate every possible difficulty, to take responsibility for outcomes that involve many moving parts. And slowly, care becomes heavy, not because caring itself is heavy, but because care becomes mixed with control, mixed with responsibility that was never actually fully possible, mixed with the belief that everything must be personally managed in order for things to turn out well. Care begins as something natural, something human, something that appears effortlessly in moments of connection. Care appears when someone is hurting. Care appears when something meaningful is at stake. Care appears when someone wants the best for another person. Care appears when attention recognizes value. Care does not need to be forced. Care appears on its own. But somewhere along the way, many people learn that caring means carrying. That caring means taking on the emotional weight of situations. That caring means being responsible for how everything unfolds. That caring means preventing difficulty. That caring means solving everything. This creates friction, because life contains many variables that cannot be fully controlled. People have their own perspectives, their own decisions, their own timing, their own learning processes, their own challenges, their own growth. Even when care is strong, outcomes cannot always be directed. And when care becomes connected to responsibility for outcomes that are not fully controllable, tension increases. Care begins to feel like pressure. Concern begins to feel like obligation. Attention begins to feel like strain. Care begins to feel like something that must be rationed, something that must be protected, something that might become overwhelming. But care itself is not the source of overwhelm. Overextension is the source of overwhelm. Overextension occurs when the boundary between caring and controlling becomes unclear. When the internal system begins to interpret caring as needing to carry everything personally. Caring does not require carrying everything. Caring can exist without attempting to manage every outcome. Care can remain present while allowing life to unfold through many participants. Care can offer support without attempting to control direction completely. Care can provide attention without absorbing every difficulty. Care can remain open without becoming overloaded. One of the subtle shifts that begins to occur is the recognition that care is most effective when it remains responsive rather than controlling. Responsive care listens. Responsive care observes. Responsive care participates. Responsive care adapts. Responsive care supports what is actually needed rather than what is imagined to be needed. Control often attempts to ensure specific outcomes. Care supports conditions that allow growth. Growth rarely follows a perfectly predictable path. Learning involves experimentation. Adjustment involves feedback. Development involves challenge. Even when care is present, others still need space to discover their own capability. Care does not need to eliminate difficulty in order to be meaningful. Often, care supports resilience rather than preventing all discomfort. There is a difference between supporting someone and living their experience for them. There is a difference between helping and managing everything. There is a difference between offering guidance and removing all challenge. Challenge itself often contributes to development. Care can create conditions where challenge becomes workable rather than overwhelming. Care can create stability without removing autonomy. Care can create support without reducing agency. Care can create connection without creating dependency. Overextension often occurs when internal boundaries are not clearly recognized. Not boundaries that create distance, but boundaries that allow sustainability. Sustainable care allows continuity. Unsustainable care leads to exhaustion. Exhaustion reduces availability. Reduced availability can create frustration. Frustration can create withdrawal. Withdrawal can reduce connection. Sustainable care maintains connection over time. Sustainable care allows presence to continue. Sustainable care allows energy to remain available. Care without overextension does not require caring less. It often allows caring more consistently, because energy is not depleted through attempting to control everything. Care becomes clearer when responsibility is understood accurately. Each person participates in shaping their own life. Each person learns through their own experiences. Each person adapts through their own discoveries. Support can be offered. Encouragement can be offered. Perspective can be offered. Help can be offered. But outcomes are rarely created by one person alone. Even when strong care is present, others must still participate in their own process. Allowing others to participate fully in their own process is not absence of care. It is often an expression of respect. Respect for their ability to learn. Respect for their ability to adapt. Respect for their ability to grow. Respect for their capacity to discover their own strength. Overextension sometimes comes from the belief that caring requires preventing others from experiencing difficulty. But difficulty often contributes to development. Mistakes often contribute to learning. Uncertainty often contributes to exploration. Responsibility often contributes to confidence. Care can remain present during these experiences without attempting to eliminate them entirely. Care can create safety without removing growth. Care can create stability without removing challenge. Care can create support without removing autonomy. One of the ways overextension develops is through internal narratives about responsibility. The belief that if something goes wrong, it must mean not enough was done. Not enough effort, not enough attention, not enough foresight, not enough control. But outcomes are rarely determined by a single variable. Life is influenced by many factors, many perspectives, many decisions, many circumstances. Care contributes, but care alone does not control everything. Recognizing this allows care to remain present without becoming burdened by unrealistic expectations. Care becomes lighter when it is allowed to be part of life rather than responsible for all of life. There is strength in caring deeply. There is also strength in allowing space. Allowing space for others to think. Allowing space for others to try. Allowing space for others to learn. Allowing space for others to adapt. Allowing space for others to discover what they are capable of. Care without overextension allows relationships to remain balanced. Balance allows continuity. Continuity allows trust. Trust allows openness. Openness allows honesty. Honesty allows connection to deepen. Connection deepens when care is present without pressure. Care can be expressed through listening. Care can be expressed through attention. Care can be expressed through patience. Care can be expressed through presence. Care can be expressed through encouragement. Care can be expressed through clarity. Care does not always require solving. Care does not always require fixing. Care does not always require managing every detail. Sometimes care allows others to find their own solutions. Sometimes care allows learning to occur naturally. Sometimes care allows growth to unfold gradually. Care remains present without becoming heavy. Care remains present without becoming restrictive. Care remains present without becoming exhausting. When overextension decreases, clarity often increases, because energy becomes available for awareness rather than strain. Awareness improves responsiveness. Responsiveness improves effectiveness. Effectiveness reinforces trust in one's ability to support others without becoming overwhelmed. Care becomes more sustainable, more consistent, more available, more grounded. Care without overextension does not reduce compassion. It often allows compassion to remain steady. Steady compassion supports long-term connection. Long-term connection supports meaningful relationships. Meaningful relationships support shared growth. Shared growth supports mutual resilience. Mutual resilience allows care to continue expanding without becoming burdensome. There is freedom in recognizing that caring deeply does not require carrying everything personally. Care can remain open. Care can remain attentive. Care can remain engaged. Care can remain responsive, without absorbing the entire weight of every outcome. Life continues moving through many participants, many influences, many interactions. Care participates in this movement. It does not need to control the entire movement. Care contributes. Care supports. Care connects. Care strengthens. And when care is allowed to remain within sustainable boundaries, it can continue expressing itself more fully. Not because everything becomes easy, but because energy remains available for participation rather than exhaustion. Care continues. Connection continues. Support continues. Growth continues. And the ability to care remains strong because it is not being stretched beyond what is workable. Care without overextension allows presence to remain available. And presence itself is often one of the most meaningful expressions of care. Participation is enough, and participation is already happening.